The Last of the Human Race, Cyberboy, by Jake Brown. 1. We see the character cruising in this car, though the car itself is subtly gliding. Checking his speedometer, he's pushing around 80 miles per hour. From a view in the driver's seat, we see the landscape as a blur. Neon lights are the only thing that one can make out. The character looks upset. His eyes have heavy, big black bags underneath them. He's hunched over, with both his hands on the wheel. I've Been Waiting for a Girl Like You by Foreigner plays over the car's stereo. He arrives home and pulls up to his garage to put his car in. He gets out, car still running, and presses a button which engages autopilot. It pulls itself in. The car itself is old and blocky like a Nokia phone, but has a certain charm about it, like the Millennium Falcon. His retina gets scanned and he walks inside his house. "Welcome home," a robotic voice says. The character scolds. How perfect at a time like this to hear that cold, empty voice. The character walks into his room and closes the door. He walks past a picture. We see it's him and a beautiful girl with glasses, who's wearing a My Chemical Romance shirt. A total classic band. Could this be who he is upset about? Suddenly, an incoming call notification flashes in his face as he turns on the lights in his room. It's from his friend, Obi. He answers. "Hey man," the character says, forcing a smile. "I heard what happened, dude," Obi said, taking no time to get straight to the point. "Oh yeah? About what?" "Don't play dumb, man. About you and Sarcosa. She gave up on you for a chance at one of those newer models." Character's face dropped. Had it really got out that quick what had happened between the two of them? It was true, and the words stung the character, despite the numbness provided by the synthetic nicotine and alcohol he had consumed on his drive over. "You should consider upgrading, man," Obi said. "Chicks see you like the previous version of an iPhone when a new one comes out. Old news." "I have no upgrades." The character cuts his friend off while staring into the mirror being mimicked on his HUD. "I don't understand why people are so obsessed with messing with how we were created in the first place." The year was 2100, and engineers and scientists had discovered the way to give humans the opportunity of a lifetime. Literally, the extension of life itself. It had become common for humans to upgrade. After all, why wouldn't they? Aren't we all terrified of death? Our character stopped and put another cigarette in his mouth. He did a quick turnaround and plopped onto his bed. The face of Obi was now presented to him on the ceiling. His friend looked concerned for him, seeing that his words had indeed affected the character. "Shit. I'll leave you alone tonight, man," Obi said. "See you in physics tomorrow?" The character forced a smirk. "Fat chance, man. Catch you later." A small tone jingled, and the image of Obi dissolved. The character dragged on his cigarette and watched the smoke billow out of his mouth. He did his best not to check on Sarcosa, but he couldn't help it. He threw his hands up and flashed his HUD onto the ceiling. He saw a video of them renovating the house he now lived in. As he watched it, everything seemed normal. A smile crept over his face. Then, suddenly, the feeling hit him like a stab in the gut. The feeling of loneliness. Tears swelled in his eyes. He could still hear the last words she said to him echoing. "I can't do this. Lose you. Why won't you just upgrade? Your philosophy is such bullshit. Don't you want us to be forever?" The character reached over to a table next to his bed. Cigarette burns had been scorched into its top. He put it out and buried his face in the pillow, wanting to forget about everything that happened today. And everything else for that matter.